Hey folks, today we're going to be doing something very special and getting started with the game. Yes, up until this point, while we have completed a couple of objectives, of course, we have the fireball spell. We got out of the cave. That's how we actually start playing. We haven't really done anything else. I've just been working on a trainer and a proxy this whole time. It's time to do some of these objectives. It's time to actually start. And we're going to start with Unbearable Revenge. But before we can do Unbearable Revenge, we have to earn the achievement, the right to arm bears, which requires us to get shot by a bear, which means you start the Unbearable Revenge quest and then you intentionally survive only long enough to get shot by them. I did also accidentally get Now You're Thinking with portals. I really wanted to show everything to you guys, but I mean, honestly, you just use the fast travel system and that's how you get that achievement. So sorry I didn't get it on video, but it is what it is. I have made some adjustments to my trainer, which I would like to show you because they can be extremely nice to have for Unbearable Revenge. So with my trainer, F1 now is my speed hack. This is about as fast as I'm ever going to want to go. It definitely seems like it does all the things I need it to do. To F2, I have bound my big jump, I guess. You know, my leap tall buildings in a single bound type jump, which I don't know if I'll ever use, but I guess is good for, you know, if I get stuck somewhere or something. To F3, I have bound a second jump hack, but this one is my super high jump hack, where I can just fly through the air here. And I thought that was all I needed for traversal, but I came up with something else that I think is even better. I'm actually going to go into third person mode here. So to F4, I have bound my hop hack, which basically gives me the ability to just jump in the air over and over again. I actually kind of like this better than having a big jump. It's a lot easier for me to control. So I'm a big fan of the hop hack. And to F5, I have a new toy. I have two new settings I would like to show you. Last time we were talking about teleporting, and I vowed at the end of that video that I was going to set up a cheat to teleport both to important locations, and number two, to try and get it so that I could essentially teleport directly in front of myself. And I'm pleased to say that while I didn't end up with the exact solution that I expected to, I certainly have I certainly have that solution. So yeah, I can basically I can fly any direction I want to, and of course I can teleport through solid objects if I want to. I can no-clip my way around anything, anywhere, anytime. Go through the mountain here. And this is useful because you can cheese. I don't mind giving you this potential solution. Come right through the mountain again. You can cheese the Unbearable Revenge quest by teleporting into the geometry where the bears can't reach you. Right? So you'll see when we get there what I'm talking about. But yeah, this tree right here is the most popular place for students to go. I can still attack while I'm up here too. Look at me, a god raining fire from the heavens, and nothing can touch me. I'll explain more about the Unbearable Revenge quest when we actually get there. In this video, I'm just going to get the right to arm bears. That's my only plan. But first, let me turn off no-clip mode here. There's one other thing I've added in my trainer, which is this ability to teleport to specific locations. So what I decided to do, rather than binding each location to its own button, is I just have a counter. When I press the button, it just teleports me to the next location. So my first location is where I was in that video, at the top of the tallest mountain. I have the town as well, and then I have 2 or 3 more locations that I haven't filled in yet. So before I get the right to arm bears quest, let me show you my code for the trainer. I'm not going to walk you through the process of how I did it, because my hope is that at this point you at least have a pretty good idea of how I found these values, but I'm at least going to show you what I've got. So I guess we'll start with the teleport here. So when I hit F6, I have just a simple counter here. So I have a teleport variable, and every time I hit F6, it will increment at least until it reaches number 3. So 4 possible positions, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 positions. And then at that point, it resets back to 0. Right now, I only have 2 locations filled in. So my first location is the town, knowing that, of course, when I start the game, when I press F6, it's at 0, it increments to 1. So the first teleport position is going to be the top of the mountain. I don't have anything in 3 or 4 yet, but just you wait. In future videos, that's going to come in very handy. And, well, let's not spoil it. But 2 more locations yet to come. As for the no clipping, it's the same exact principle. Here's, by the way, the X, Y, and Z values for those locations. All I'm doing, setting those values, and then patching in that new value into that memory space. That's all I'm doing. Just changing those values just like we did in Cheat Engine. I just have a button that does it all at once. No clip mode is sort of the same basic principle. Except, number 1, I couldn't really figure out how to... I mean, no, I to be honest with you, I didn't look that much into trying to map out my yaw position to figure out my X and Y so that I could increment in that fashion. I think it's probably possible, but I'm not smart enough to figure it out, and I found a different solution that works just as well. Basically, I just map them to different keys. So basically, when I'm in ghost mode, it flips on, and then space, which is normally jump, is my move up. Alt, which is VK menu, is normally, I don't think anything, but when I'm in no clip mode, it's move down. I can float by hitting the page up key, and then I can just basically move along the X and Y axis by hitting the insert, delete, home, and end buttons. So it's not quite as nice. It's a little bit harder to orient yourself and figure out where you're going, but it works just fine. And I can no clip because rather than setting static positions, I'm just incrementing or decrementing the variables for X, Y, and Z a little bit each key cycle, right? So that effectively gives you the ability to teleport, because you just teleport a short distance through the collision boundary of objects. All right, so that's pretty much where I'm at. Again, I'm only going to show my code. I'm not going to share it. So let's get back to what we were doing and stop giving away all the answers. Okay, we are back. Let's go get shot by some bears. All right, so my plan, I can do one of 2 things. I could either get up in the tree, which is, I think, what most people do, which I think makes sense. Or I think I can try and use my ghost hack to hover here a little bit. I think that ought to do the same thing, probably. We'll see. I've never tried it before. So let's give it a shot. Let me turn my ghost hack on, and I will jump and then lock that position. So here we go. When I open this chest, it will start a timer, a 5-minute timer. And we got a bear coming after us right away. I'm going to just take him out because it'll make filming this much more difficult. Okay, so I'm going to open this up. The timer will start. I'm going to jump up and hover out of the bear's reach, and hopefully it will preserve me until they pull out their guns. So E to unlock. Okay, defend yourself. Don't mind if I do. And I hover. What was that? Oh, now we have a much... Oh, I went too far. Damn it. Too high. There's a lot of them, though. That's a lot of bars. Okay, start the timer again. Jump, hover. There we go. That's much better. Now you can see what's going on. Now I can snipe some fool bears while I'm up here. Let's get them drops, bears. Let's get that loot. I'm gonna farm you while I wait for this timer. Surely nothing can go wrong. Don't mess with me. I am a god. A god with 20 health for some reason. Not sure how I got hit, but I definitely got hit. Oh, there's a blue down there. A blue drop. Damn. Please don't despawn. I don't know what you are, but I want you. I only have 2 weapons of presumably 10. There. I'm healing, so I'm good. The bears are avoiding me now and swarming the chest instead, as probably they are defaulting to when they don't have a valid target. Some of them clearly still have me zeroed, though. Oh, no, they're all kind of, the AI kind of reset. They don't have a solution to get to me, so it's kind of like when you go behind an object. When I went behind the tree, for example. When I went behind the tree, they sort of lost me. I seem to be... Look at this. Look at my character model. Oh, when I fire the fireball spell, I'm using the rifle animation. Both of my arms go up, and I also see a muzzle flash occasionally. It still thinks I'm using the AK for some reason. Speaking of which, let's give that a shot. We haven't used that. Oh god, that's loud. It's loud and it's not that great. It's probably marginally better than the fireball, I guess. It's at least more fun to use, but it is loud. Oh, oh, they got me. How? Yeah, I don't know what happened that time. Maybe I was a little bit too low and then they were able to actually get a firing solution or something. Not sure. I was fine for the longest time, and then I wasn't, so it's impossible really to say. Oh, when I got some loot to pick up. Let's get that blue. What is that? 0. Cool. New achievement, chill out. So that spell normally you get from the ice spider, but I'll take it. You can. It's a random drop. All right, we're gonna do this, and this time I'm just gonna hang out in the tree. Tried, true, proven method. Oh, or I will instead. Oh, maybe I'll just sit here and hop for a while. Nope. I'm not going to hop for 5 minutes. I'm getting into this damn tree. There we go. So yeah, the 0 cool spell. All right. Let's give that a try while we're up here, huh? Let's see what we got. I'm going to have to go into first person. Yeah, that's pretty good. It fires faster than the fireball. I think it might do a little bit more damage too. That's good. Even if not, then the DPS certainly makes up for it, because that's a lot less torturous. And we got a green down there. Maybe that's another AK. It's sad doing this knowing that I will fail. I'm sure the first time that somebody discovered that the bears eventually pull out guns and shoot you, it was quite an experience, but sadly I am cursed with the knowledge of how this is going to play out. All right, just hanging out on the tree. I did like the hovering. Oh, I think I know why the hovering didn't work. I recall when Live Overflow did his series, I think he tried when he did this originally to hover below the ground in order to avoid the bears. And if I remember, and this was years ago I saw it, but if I remember, your fall speed is calculated every tick, and even if it's resetting your Z position, your fall speed essentially increases into until it reaches astronomical numbers, and then no matter how many times you reset Z, essentially in the span of one tick, you fall far enough to leave the circle. Right, so it's impossible. Which, by the way, while I'm up here wasting time, is exactly what happened in my fall. Now we got angry bears. They're the ones with the AKs. It's exactly what happened to me in the video where I teleported 1,000,000 feet into the air. I was falling so long that my fall speed reached a point where I basically fell through the island, way past the island, into the negative millions, and then it crashed. So that's what happened there. I realized after the fact. These angry bears are way tougher. You can find angry bears, by the way, in abundance. Hey, I got a monster kill for killing an angry bear, and that's another achievement. That's 2 achievements, and we're about to get another one. 2 achievements and a new weapon. This is an excellent haul, even if I have to die for it. Now, hopefully when this happens, I won't crash. I might. Turn my speed hack and my hop hack off. I don't need them anymore. Because when I died just now, the game crashed, and I don't want to lose that achievement, so... Alright, we're at about the point where they're going to shoot me. I think it's at 1:30, so... Yep. The right to arm bears. There's our achievement. You have died, killed by an angry bear with an AK rifle. And they're desecrating my corpse. Okay, well... It had to be done. So, yes, there are angry bears on the far side of the island. If you don't get the right to arm bears from the Unbearable Revenge quest, you might be able to solicit them to shoot you. I think they do have AKs. I'm not exactly sure how to go about doing that because I've never actually been able to get them to kill me before outside of this quest. But I assume it can be done. They are angry bears after all. It's the same mobs. They are at least, well, unless they are not capable of it normally, and it's only something that is triggered as a result of this event. That's possible. So we also have enough Pwn coins here to buy the Glock 17, so I'm going to do that, and we're going to make this the video where I get 2 weapons and 3 achievements. Oh, what am I doing? I can just teleport there. All right. The Cowboy Coder, I think, is much more expensive. But we can afford this. Cowboy Coder is 3,125 Pwn coins. But that's a problem maybe we can solve later. The gun, the G17, the Glock 17, is not particularly good by any means. But I'm a completionist. So what did we get here? So I've got Obtain an Ice Spell, Chill Out for getting the 0. Cool, that was a random blue drop off of a bear. We got Monster Kill, that's 2. That was for killing an angry bear. We got the right to arm bears for getting gunned down by a bear, that's 3. And then I used the fast travel system off camera, so that one's taken care of. And goodness gracious, we got just for getting out of the cave. So we have Chamber of Secrets, find a golden egg, and I know where one is because we saw it a couple of videos ago. First Blood, kill a player in PvP. Find a legendary weapon. Okay, so none of the weapons I found yet are legendary, but that makes sense. 0 cool is just a blue. Do the puzzle in Fort blocks, and then killing spree 10 players in PvP. All right. Then we are now firmly in alignment to get our revenge on the bears, unlock the bear chest, get our first quest done, and I believe it contains a legendary weapon, so we'll get another achievement as well. The first year I did this, let's see, what have I tried before? I have tried kiting the bears around and outrunning them with a speed hack. That actually works fairly well for a while, but eventually they shoot you. You can't hang out in the tree because they eventually shoot you. I think the first year I did this, I hid in the tree, which is what most people do. The second year I did this, I hid in the treasure chest itself. So what am I going to do this year? Let's see. I know I can't go under the ground. I saw live overflow unable to do that. I can't go too high. I wonder if I can prevent the event from triggering? Maybe there's a way I can do that? I don't know. I'm going to have to look into it, but I'm going to come up with a novel idea for how to complete this year. At least I'm going to try to. But that's going to be it for me, at least for this one. I'm going to have to think about how I'm going to beat this one this year, so I'll see you again in a couple of days, most likely, I suppose. I don't know. We'll see how long it takes me to figure it out. Until then, take care. Have a nice day, and we'll see you next time.